Okay, so how can you take your coaching business online? This is a common question I get asked inside of our Facebook group quite often from new coaches or experts who are coming online and they've been working in person with clients. Now they're trying to figure out, how do I build this online thing? Well, I want to give you some perspective here and really help you understand how you can do this. Now, first and foremost, we have to understand that just because we're using the internet doesn't necessarily mean that you only can coach people online. It also doesn't mean that you have to coach people in person. For instance, one of our workshop attendees recently came to us, and he was or is a tennis pro and just an amazing ability to help tennis players. And I told him, I'm like, listen, like, he was having a difficult time trying to figure out how to take what he does in person, like really helping people technically and on the court, how to take that into an online coaching business. And I told him, you don't have to only coach people online, because you can use the internet to get in front of your perfect clients and bring them into your world, but maybe the way you deliver your deliverable, your program, is delivered in an in-person setting. I mean, ironically, the vast majority of the way we help our clients is in person, right? We've got our Health Business Accelerator workshops, which we do online as well as in person. We have our Healthpreneur live events. We've got the Luminaries Mastermind. A lot of these things are done live in person. So I told him, I'm like, listen, like, you could do a retreat where you can bring people into special locations and do 3 to 5 days of tennis training. You can have ongoing coaching, whether it's people sending in videos for feedback and stuff like that on their tennis serve or their forehand. And so we really got him to think about different ways that he could use the internet to build out his coaching program. So what I want to let you know about here is that you don't have to be 100% online to have more of a virtual leveraged coaching business. But there's a few questions that we need to answer, okay? So number one is, if we're using the internet, which I think all of us are, right? If we're using the internet to build our coaching business, number one is we have to ask, where can we find our perfect clients? So if we're on the internet and we're only serving clients virtually, or if we're in person, or a combination of both, we have to be able to identify where are our perfect clients hanging out. So in the case of this tennis pro, his clients might be hanging out on pages on Facebook like, the USTA, which is the Tennis Association in the States, or maybe they like pages like Roger Federer or the US Open, and we can get in front of those people with very targeted messages. Now, in your business, most likely you're serving people who want to improve their health. Where are they hanging out? What pages are they following? What groups might they be a part of? Once you identify this stuff, everything becomes a whole lot easier in order to get in front of them. So that's the first thing. The second thing is we need to identify, whoa, I just almost got attacked by a dog. The second thing we need to identify is, do you have to have some degree of manual touch to create the change you want to create for your clients? So for instance, if you're a chiropractor and you manipulate people's spine, is that the only way you can help them? If the answer is yes, then unless you've developed some type of amazing virtual reality technology where you can adjust people virtually, it might be difficult. But with that said, I'd say about a third of our clients are actually chiropractors who've been in practice for many years, who have just got to the point where they don't want to do the clinical stuff anymore. And the thing to realize is that if you have expertise that can really make a difference in someone's life, you can build out a program that is not so dependent upon you touching people, right? You have expertise up here, you've got protocols that people can follow that you can deliver in more of a virtual type of setting. So if you don't have to manually touch people, now if you're a massage therapist, again, you're not gonna virtually massage people, but maybe there's a way where you can take your expertise or your years of working with people in person and put together some type of self-massage protocol or some type of treatment plan that people can walk themselves through. So what's cool about building out a coaching program is it's really just limited by your imagination and your creativity. And again, if you want help with this, and we can certainly do that. We speak with dozens upon dozens of health experts every single week on this very topic of how to really figure out how you build out your coaching program, how you deliver that in a virtual setting or in an offline setting, more face-to-face. It really depends on the business. But the number one thing that we dial in first and foremost is your perfect client. Who is that perfect client for you and your business? Because if you don't know what that is or who that is, everything else becomes a whole lot more challenging. So that's the first thing we dial in. Now, if you want help with this and you want our help to walk you through this process, we'd be happy to do so. But before we go any further, there's one thing I'd recommend you do is watch our free training. It's called the 7-Figure Health Business Blueprint. So you get a good understanding of our approach to building a successful health coaching business. Because listen, we're not going to tell you to go on Facebook and Instagram and spend, all day long posting and doing all that kind of stuff. We have a very specific and predictable system by which we attract and convert clients, and this is exactly how we help our clients do the same. So watch the training. We'll include a link somewhere around this video. Click on it, register for it today. I guarantee it'll be the best 70 minutes you spent on your business, perhaps ever. It'll really open your eyes to what is possible and what it really means to have a successful business. So watch that. If you enjoy what you see, then book a time to chat with us, and we'd be happy to walk you through and help you implement this into your business. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon.